China, Philippines, India, Nigeria. Long ago, the bank accounts were safe with money. Then everything changed when the scammers attacked. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the day I met the world's most dangerous scammers, and what they did next will blow your mind. So this story started when my friend asked me to sell his gaming console for him and give me a tip. And as a broke kid, I saw an opportunity to make like a priest and make a little boy happy and get paid while doing it. And that's when I started the quest to find a buyer. I took some pictures of the console and posted them online and waited for the buyers to come to me. And to my luck, I got 2 buyers that same day. This was a genius idea. I talked to both of them on the phone and I set up the link with the highest bidder. Things were going on smoothly at this point. I had the console, the link was set up. All I had to do now was deliver it to the buyer and get paid. The next day I went to deliver the console to the customer, who was surprisingly paying almost full price. And not gonna lie, I was excited. Things were starting to look up for me, or so I thought. I arrived at the place we had planned to meet and I stood there for a while, waiting for him, until he started feeling weird. So I gave the guy a call, and then he said he was in a different location from where we had planned to meet, running some unexpected errands, and that was not going to make it. Then he asked me to go out of my way, since it wasn't that far from where I was, and deliver it to him, rather than have to meet up some other day. He was going to pay me, and I'd refund that cost to the profit, so it wasn't that big of a deal for me, and I really didn't have anything better to do. When I arrived at the second location, he had parked his car in front of a diner. Remember when I said things were starting to look up? They weren't. He stepped out of the car and I was short of words. I didn't know he was a cool down to earth guy. So I said hi to him, low, and gave him the console to take a look, and he said it was good. Then he said he didn't have any cash on him and that we'd had to go to an ATM machine that was a couple of blocks away to withdraw the money that he would use to pay me, and that it was okay to leave my bag, which had the console, in his car. And that was a red flag that my excitement to get paid overwhelmed my intuition. So I left the console in the car like a dummy and I followed this short man to the ATM, anxiously trying to hold myself back from jumping over him. When we arrived near the ATM, he said he wanted a copy of my ID. So if the console stopped working, he'd know who I was and where to find me in case I was a scammer. So he wanted to go to the ATM machine and withdraw money alone while I go to the printing press and make a copy of my ID, and we'd meet back at the car. But something was off. He clearly wanted to steal the console when we split up, and I'd never see him again. But I'm not a monster, and I didn't want to seem racist to a midget and assume that because he was short, he was sneaky and scheming to rob me. But before I said anything else, he pulled out a single car key and handed it to me and said exactly what I was thinking, but in his dwarf voice.
If you think I'm going to steal your console, here's the key to my car.
Something was definitely off. So I told him, if you're going to split up, I'd like to have the console on me in case anything went wrong, like if I lost him in a crowd. He immediately knew I was onto him, and he started getting angry and jumping up and down. I guess he was short-tempered. Then he started saying that he was short of time and he had other business to do, which was clearly a lie. It was 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and everyone knows midgets stop working at 10 a.m. Pro tip, if you ever run into an angry midget, hide your balls. They are faster than you think. We walked back to the car, and as soon as I got the console, I jumped over the dwarf for good luck and went home. The next person I linked to sell the console to was a fat man who had bleached his skin. It was disturbing to look at him and at the same time fascinating. It was like seeing a pregnant hooker smoking a cigarette. Bro was out here looking like the bootleg version of MJ. He looked like he had a pet monkey with AIDS. He looked like he touched Kevin in Home Alone 1, 2 and 3, and then he blew bubbles and did some crimes. So Fat MJ said he wanted to take a look at the console before he gives me any of the money, which was a valid reason. So he went to the car, he took a look, then he suggested to leave the console in the car and go with him to get the money from an ATM machine, exactly like the midget had said. I kid you not, word for word. So I started thinking, maybe they were working together, and the little guy was hiding in the trunk, waiting for the right time to attack. But I was not going to stick around to find out. This fat man might have bleached his skin, but deep down, he was still black and was going to rob me, and I was not going to stick around to find out. So I had to beat it. As I opened the door of the car to leave, get me to 2K subs for part 2, like and subscribe. Bye!